Lads, lads, lads. Lads, 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 welcome to another match preview. It is Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United, 3 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday. First time it's happened all season. Very exciting, except for we can't be there. Hal, how are you doing, my friend?
I am very happy because Sheffield United remain unbeaten in 2021. That's got to be a positive for kicking off the year. And I've decided, I put this out on Twitter, that I am not shaving until we win.
What's your beard look like when it gets bigger and bigger and bigger? Is it patchy?
Got to say, it doesn't look great. You know, if you're thinking about in comparison with someone maybe from a different country, I probably look like the Halaban. It's more like it itches under here as well, so I really want to win.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I hate that. I've done that in the at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke up scratching my my neck and then had to shave. It's horrible sometimes.
Awful. You mentioned as well it's a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. We haven't lost a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff since the 14th of September 2019.
Wow, and who was it?
I don't want follow-up questions.
Before we get into this, I would just like you to like the video right now, please, because every week I say to Hal 5 minutes before we start, I'm going to tell everyone to like the video from the start, and I always forget. So if you wouldn't mind, please put a like on the stream right now. It would really, really help us out. Anyway, so let's crack on to the last match. That's what I nearly forgot then. We lost to Burnley 1-0, believe it or not. I think that might be the first time that's happened this season. We don't tend to lose games by 1 goal often. So yeah, it was a typical Sheffield United performance, but actually we did have a lot more possession. We just didn't do anything with it. Conceded a bit of a sloppy goal. Actually, they had all the best chances. 3 very, very good chances. Could have been 1-0 up after a minute. Got their goal. Chris Wood also had a really, really good chance from close range. Rammers pretty much kept us in the game for that. And yeah, we couldn't really unlock the door. So we've talked about this before. Let's crack on to... What is it? Last time. Sorry, I've not got my glasses on and I keep looking down at my phone and I can't read it properly. So last time out, Hal, what happened, mate?
Yeah, Crystal Palace away, February 2020. Vicente Gaeta, a remarkable own goal. Just kind of gifted us all 3 points at Palace. The Spanish goalkeeper mishandled Ollie Norwood's corner, dropped the ball into his own net just before the hour mark. James Tompkins was inches away from connecting with James MacArthur's in-swinging delivery. Palace did push for an equaliser, but they weren't going to get it. Referee Andy Madley showed Palace right back Joel Ward a red card for a foul on Ender Stevens, but then downgraded the punishment to a yellow card after he went and had a look at the pitch side monitor, and that was the first time we saw a referee do that in one of our games. I believe it might have been Norwich as well, where he did something like that and did the Basham, but actually going in our favour with the opposition being a change of card was the first time we saw that. So yeah, 1-0. I'd obviously take that again.
Definitely. And what else happened in that game? Was it Mr. Sanderberger's very first game for the club? And we had that amazing moment.
Yeah, and he got serenaded, didn't he, at the end? And I think he really enjoyed that. It was a warm welcome. And, of course, it was our last away win as well.
Wow, it's crazy to think that, isn't it? It's embarrassing, really. Like Ben Osborne said, it's embarrassing. I think a lot's been made of that, Ben Osborne saying that it's embarrassing. Everyone keeps talking about it. It is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Nick. You mentioned that we'd lost the last 2 games 1-0, but actually in both those games against Everton and Burnley, we had more shots than the opposition, 2 games in a row, and a better XG for that.
Was it a better XG against Burnley? Because they did have...
Well, we had more shots. I think it was when I looked afterwards. But, if I'm wrong, I do apologise. Definitely more shots.
Yeah, it was definitely more shots, but I think they had the higher XG because they had pretty much 2 golden chances that Rammers made 2 really good saves from and obviously scored their goal We had, I thought it was pretty. We weren't getting into good goal scoring opportunities in the last game. Not really against Everton either, but hopefully that's going to turn. Hopefully we'll be looking, thinking it's 2021, it's a new year, new start, let's crack on. So, team news. It's really, really difficult, this one, because Chris Wilder has not liked to give anything away, which he normally does. He normally says, oh, we've got this, we've got that, we've got the other. But he didn't really want to talk about anyone. I'm assuming Keane Bryan's still out because he's not mentioned that. And I don't think Robinson's done too badly. He's not really properly cost us goals. So I don't think you'd bring Keane Bryan straight back in after an injury when Robinson's not done too badly. Ollie Burke, he came on and he certainly didn't look too injured, if you like. He had a back spasm, but he came on and he looked fine. He didn't look like he was struggling or anything. As you said before, Hal, Mousset is probably going to be injured because Mousset is always bloody injured.
Yeah, I think I said to you he likely got injured getting out of his car.
Yeah.
Also, you mentioned Ollie Burke. He's never been on the winning side in the Premier League. He's overtaken Gareth Bale's previous unenviable record.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. That's another embarrassing stat that we're loving these stats, aren't we? At the moment, we're breaking records.
Gonna break records
left, right, and centre. But obviously, Jack O'Connell, it's looking like he's getting further and further towards getting back fit. Chris Wilder said that he's had a little break and he's going to come back and he's hopefully going to be on the training ground soon. So that's great. But other than that, I'm not too sure. I think Lunny, this is his last game out, so he'll be back for the next one. But who knows if he's going to play him or not. At the moment, with how terrible our midfield's been, I think he might be coming straight back in. So, predicted lineup, Rammers in the goal, Baldock, and Basham, Egan, Robbo, I think they've got to play. This is difficult because it's such a poor midfield at the moment. I would probably bring Norwood in. Not sure. I've wrote down here Norwood and Ampadu, but I don't think I think it's too defensive. But then I've put Didsate, Brewster, and Burke. So I'm not sure. He might bring Fleck in, even though Fleck was pretty poor when he came on against Burnley. But I thought Osborne was really poor in the last game, seemed really weak, gave the ball away way too much. So I've put Norwood and Ampadu. I don't know if that's... I don't even think I'd go for that myself, but I've just put that anyway. Didsey, Brewster and Burke, I think all will start as well. So do you want to tell us all about Crystal Palace, Hal?
Yeah, Palace are likely to be without Gary Cahill's carrying a bit of a hamstring injury. Wayne Hennessy's got a thigh knock. Nathan Ferguson, a bad knee. Martin Kelly, Mamadou Sakho, both have calf strains, and Connor Wickham has a tight thigh. So they will probably go with Vincent Gaeta, James Tompkins, Kayate, Klein, Mitchell, Milivojevic, did well there, Andros Townsend, Jeffrey Schlupp, Riedeveld, Zaha, and Christian Benteke.
Fair enough. Every team that you see on paper sounds good, don't they? Even Crystal Palace. Zaha's always going to be one of those scary players as well to play against. I did a video for a Palace fan channel, and it sounded like, from their perspective, that they're expecting to lose this game. They apparently give gifts left, right, and centre, and they're expecting to give a gift of the first win of the season for us. Obviously, we think differently because we've actually seen us play this season. So we'll crack on to score prediction. I'm going to go out there, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say that we're going to lose 1-0.
Well, last season the players had a kind of wild style, I guess, epitomising the manager's name, Wilder. This season they've clearly been taking instruction from Alan Nil. So I am going with 0-0.
Wow, that's probably the worst score prediction both of us have ever done.
Yeah.
Both of us have predicted not to score a goal. Shall we just not watch the game?
I can't do that.
I know.
I can't bet against the Blades either as well. I just can't.
No, I've never done that. And do you know what? All these people that say, "Oh, I'm not watching. Oh, I'll catch up with the score later." I can't do it. I just... And as well, could you imagine the one game that you'd miss? We'd end up going and winning, wouldn't we?
Well, you'd never watch again, would you? You'd think I'm bad luck, so, I Can't.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, memorable match. What have you gone for this week, Hal?
A game I loved being at. Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 2. A game that the coach I was on got bricked on the way back to Sheffield. It was a cold Tuesday night, 26th of August 2003. It was a long trip back. We were down to 10 men, had a right back in goal, had 2 penalties awarded against us, yet somehow we survived. 18 minutes in, Peter Unlove slotted home from 12 yards, 1-0 Blades. Palace should have levelled. Dougie Freedman, under no challenge, literally collapsed in the box with no one touching him, and the ref gave a mystery penalty, and Neil Shipperley failed to take advantage. His penalty hard, but straight at Paddy Kenny. Then injured himself. He bravely came out, hurt his knee. He went to the feet of Sean Derry. Kenny was carried off, booing Palace fans all around, giving him a load of grief, thought he was faking. Those boos increased moments later when Chief Wayne Allison extended United's lead with a brilliant looping header, which hit the bar and dropped in, so makes it 10% better. United, having no substitute keeper on the bench in the Neil Warnock days, obviously, put Phil Jagielka in goal. We were then reduced to 10 men when Michael Brown was ridiculously, very harshly sent off for a nothing foul on Hayden Mullins. Andy Johnson then pulled one back from another dubious penalty, but it was too little, too late.
That sounds a great game. And you said it was a cold Tuesday night, was it?
Yeah, Tuesday night, travelling back very, very late, very dark, and the wind was blowing into the coach because we had no window.
I was going to say, but it was cold on that coach as well.
Yeah, freezing.
Bloody hell. Yeah, so we are on to player connections, and not just player connections, player and manager connections, because we do have some manager ones as well. Now, we always like to fly through the rest of the video, so we've got time for this because we love this, don't we, Hal?
Yeah, this is personally my favourite section, and I'm going to give you a slight Oldham but golden. David Tuttle, who made 63 appearances for the Blades and 80 appearances for Palace. The reason I tell you this is Tuttle scored 1 goal for us, a centre-back, right? A centre-back. He scored in 80 appearances for Palace, 35 goals.
He can't have played centre-back for Palace. Can't.
I don't even think that can be right. I think Wikipedia, because I don't know what he did at Palace. I know what he did at the Lane. So if any Palace fans can tell us in the live chat, did David Tuttle score 35 goals? Because that's striker kind of sort of territory, that.
Do you think it's like 3.5? It's meant to be like 3.5. He scored 3.5 goals.
It's meant to be 3.5.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, because that half a goal would definitely happen.
I think we'd probably have remembered half a goal in the Premier League.
Yeah, possibly. Was that before? No, that went before the Premier League, was it? It was probably early
football
days.
Football started in 1992, as everyone knows.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go for a terrible player, first of all, in Paddy McCarthy. He was a Premier League centre-back for Palace. He came on loan to a League One Sheffield United, which we probably should have known that if Palace are going to let him go to a League One side, he wasn't going to be very good. And he wasn't very good. I remember him getting sent off somewhere, and I don't think we saw him after that, or we saw very little of him. Not sure whatever happened to him after that, but yeah, best not even thinking about him.
Awful. I'll give you another awful centre-back. Very expensive, though. We didn't loan him, unfortunately. Claude Davis, Calamity Claude.
Ooh, yes. He could have been very, very good. It was very good on his day, I thought. But he had that calamity in him, didn't he?
He were all limbs.
Yeah. He looked quick, though, to be fair. For a big guy-ish. All right, maybe I've just made that up.
So, Nick, I mean, I'm quick, and I love the Blades, but you wouldn't put me at centre.
At the moment, maybe I would.
I thought he'd actually put me at centre-back.
Yes, left centre-back. You've got that space down, haven't you, mate? Well, Jack Robinson is also left-footed, and he's not pulling up any trees. Another centre-back, currently playing for Crystal Palace, we had on loan, Mr. Gary Cahill.
Yes, excellent shout. Really, really liked watching Gary Cahill play for us. I think I saw every single one of his games, and he scored quite a few goals. He was the kind of player that if we carried on playing for us under Brian Robson, could have got 35. I'll give you a player we had on loan, Tommy Black.
Sorry, I'm just holding up to the screen the shirt that Gary Cahill wore because I've just bought it off eBay. By the way, if anybody wants to sell me any of their really random old shirts, I would be well up for that. So get onto me on Twitter. Sorry.
Right, so what size do you want? Because I want adult small, and I'll buy them as well.
Boys small, did you say?
An adult small, thanks very much.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I can't really say because I'm adults XL, so I better not say anything. Sorry, you just said. Who do you say? Kingsley
Tommy Black.
Tommy Black, not Kingsley Black. Tommy Black. Jeez, did he have long hair?
Yeah, curly.
Yeah, I remember that, but that's the only thing I remember from him, so he can't have been that good.
By the way, can I just thank Dooley's left leg said Tuttle scored 5 goals for Palace, not 35. So Wikipedia is incorrect.
No, Wikipedia can't be incorrect.
Someone needs to update that. Get on it. But thank you very much. I knew we can always rely on you wonderful live chatters.
Definitely. I'm going to move on to... I'm going to say something really bad then. I shouldn't do that. Neil Shipperley, someone who played very, very well for us and very, very well for Crystal Palace too, got him promoted to the Premier League just like he did for us.
Just realised what you were going to say.
Yeah, I think I said it to you. I think I said it to you off air, and I probably shouldn't say it to you on air. So yeah, but you can't really say anything bad about him footballing wise. What an absolute tank, but knew exactly what to do with his body. That sounded weird as well. Let's move on from that.
Just move on. Good job though. As you're getting older, you're self-editing, and I respect that. I'm going to give you 2 for the price of 1: John Pemberton and Johnny Ertl.
Oh God, I don't remember John Pemberton, to be honest. I know who he is. Obviously, he's. Is he still at the Blades?
I don't think he is anymore. I'll tell you this: he was a lot better than Johnny Ertl.
Good, thank God. Well, I think I'm a lot better than Johnny Ertl, to be honest, right now. Yeah, Johnny Ertl, poor player. I don't think any club's really got a good word to say about Johnny Ertl, to be honest.
I have to say, I think Palace fans actually really do like Johnny Ertl. I met a Palace fan, and she said she absolutely loved him. So
right, well, she hasn't got a clue what she's talking about. Sorry, I'm joking. You've just given them 2, haven't you? So I'm going to say Steve Cabadabadoo. What an absolute striker. Rapid, nice touch, found the back of the net. Just a pity that he didn't really pull up any trees in the Prem, and then we let him go, didn't we? We loaned him out to Watford, I believe.
Yeah, well, he got injured, and the thing with Cabba is, I think he's the only player I can ever remember us as Blades when he was playing for Grimsby, an opposition player, getting a standing ovation when he came off. Just you don't see that very often. So yeah, good player. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, very good for. I remember that game as well. He was very good for Grimsby. Do you want to go for another one?
Gareth Taylor. I always pick him, and he's your favourite player. So yeah. 20 games for Palace, only 1 goal. We got 24 goals out of the Welsh.
Are you sure we didn't get 35?
Someone needs to update Wikipedia. Maybe he got 100 for Palace and it just says
he must have done, yeah. I didn't even know he played for Palace, to be honest, but obviously if he only played 20 games and scored 1 goal, I'm guessing a lot of them may have been off the bench. And finally, I'm going to go for Bruce Dyer. I think he played for it. He did play for him, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Made his name really at Palace.
I thought he did. Just for a split second, I thought. I think he played for it. Yeah, I know he did. It was actually quite good for us as well. It was that season when we got promoted. He was just one of them strikers that you need in that promotion season. Do you know where you just bring them on and they can score goals just as well as the other strikers? I felt like that was when we came up and we brought in Scott Hogan, and I always thought, Scott Hogan's a great striker. Didn't have a great time at Bramall Lane, but these are the players that you need in a promotion push season. You need other strikers to be coming in and getting goals just as well. I think that's it for me.
Well, I will just tell you a quick story. I met Sean Derry and I asked for his autograph, and I gave him a Matchday programme, and we were sponsored by Daysun at the time. It was the 02-03 season. Now, he wasn't playing for us. He was just there at the game watching. And so I gave him my programme and asked for his autograph, and he signed it and said, there you go, and I took it back. And it was only when I sat down in my seat and I opened up the programme and I had a look at what he'd actually written. He hadn't written his name at all. We were sponsored by Daysun, which was like an apple manufacturer in China or something. And he had literally drawn 3 apples next to the Daysun sponsor inside the programme.
Mugged you right off there, didn't they?
Big time. Yeah.
How old were you?
So 2000, 2003. I'm going to have to do some maths. Who knows? No one could do that maths. 20.
20? Oh, you could have easily punched him.
No chance. Now, you mentioned manager connection. I don't want to move on
sorry.
without forgetting that.
Yes. Yeah, I'll just crack on then, shall I, and say mine, because you got two, didn't you? You've got two, so I'll let you finish off with that. Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock, obviously, great for us. Did he get Palace? No, I don't know. I don't know why I even started saying that. I've definitely not done my research. But I know that he managed Palace, and I know that he managed Sheffield United.
I'll give you Steve Bruce, of course, started his managerial career with United, and Dave Bassett. So there's another two manager connections.
Very, very good. I'm liking these manager connections.
Yeah, before we do wrap it up, Nick, I will just go through some of the comments because they've been brilliant today. Thanks to all of you for getting in touch. I want to give a shout out to Trader87 who says, remember the playoff final loss to Palace? It was my first time I ever went to Wembley as a young lad. We didn't even score, lost 1-0. Hopkin looking a curl one. Trader87, it was my first trip to Wembley as a young lad as well. And my sister's Tamagotchi died at the minute that goal went in. Portland, Oregon Blade says, Happy New Year, Nick, Hal, and all the Blades worldwide. So thank you from the States.
Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to say that. It is New Year's Day. Hope everyone's had a really, really nice day off today. If you are, just I've gone for a walk today and then just been chilling, really.
All right. Rubbing it in, because you know I've been at work since 5 a.m. We've also says, talking of doing well when not watching, I was at training for the first hour of the Man United game and we scored within 5 minutes. So Marco's the one that's got to not watch this game for us to get a result. And that guy Russ, says that he's a Palace fan, you're all welcome here, and says, you lot have a good chance of winning. Our team have been very bad so far, which is definitely the theme we're getting from Palace fans. And finally, we've got Christopher says, should have got something against Burnley, but Rammers was class. And we created a fair few chances. Tomorrow could be our day.
Yeah, like you say, a lot of Palace fans thinking that we're going to get something from this game tomorrow. And it wasn't just the guy that I was talking to on the video. It was also all in the comments as well. So they're all thinking that we're going to get something. But yeah, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. But it's going to be a difficult game. They're all difficult games in the Premier League.
Yeah, Kirk Wilson says, New Year, more points. I like that. And finally, Dooley's left leg's back in touch, says, Lingard, ? Thoughts? Well, Nick, you know something I can't say on this channel that I know about Jesse Lingard. And all will be revealed soon, but can't say anything.
That's that. You can't say that and not say anything, mate.
Well, look,
you shouldn't have even brought it up, should you?
I'll say this. I don't know if he's going anywhere, but... Yeah. I will have some news at some point. That's probably better, isn't it? Putting it like that.
That's very good. That's very good, yeah. I would like him, to be honest. I know that a lot of people wouldn't, but there's also lots of Man United fans that are saying that he needs to get some football. He needs to get loaned out to someone. It just depends if he's going to be another Ravel Morrison and just fall away. But we all know that he's got it in his locker. So, I don't know. Is he going to want to come to a team that's got 2 points at the bottom of the league?
He's just going to want to play football, I think, because he knows he's not going to sign permanently for United if he does join us. By the way, I was watching when Saturday comes recently. That's why I'm saying it like that. So, he'll just want minutes under his belt. I don't think he'll care about the league position if he was to join the Blades.
Would he not care about having a relegation in his CV, though?
I don't think so. I mean, I think he was on loan at Birmingham at one stage. So, he's used to playing for teams that have been struggling.
That was before. I think that was before he properly made it, though, weren't it? And he went to Derby. He were at Derby as well, weren't he? At one point.
Yeah, Nick, you don't make it and then go on loan to Birmingham.
Well, like David Beckham didn't make it and then go on loan to Preston, did he?
Yeah, it's amazing that everyone knows Beckham was on loan at Preston.
Anyway, we're going to leave it there, aren't we? I think normally I say how we're going to win this game, but bloody hell, I don't think Chris Wilder knows how we're going to win this game. So how are we going to fare?
Tell me if you can see this on screen. Am I holding that up right?
Yeah, can see it, mate.
James Kemp's book, if you just do want to get supporting this, it's for the Children's Hospital charity. Was on the channel. He cycled to every Blades away game in the 1920 season. Do check out the podcast, and if you can, do support the book as it goes to Sheffield Children's Hospital.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Hal. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you would like it, we would really appreciate it. And I need to stop putting 2 thumbs up because I've done that about 60 times in this video. If you wouldn't mind commenting when the video becomes live, because it will be a video on that channel, that would be great. And then, if you haven't subscribed already, that would be lovely too. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, Hal, as always.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem, mate. And hopefully, we're going to win a game of football. Right. Okay. I was expecting Hal to jump in there, but never mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the normal thing what we do. We're going to wave it out. And I'm not going to do a Voldemort laugh this week. So thank you for watching and goodbye. Hal, wave.
What was that?